Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So I would, I would like to explain about the company. We are recently listed on ASX in June, and currently our market capitalization is standing around 45 million, probably 60% up since our listing. We have very strong. In essence, our company is a Mongolian company. So the company was established 4 years ago in Mongolia, and then eventually, as company developed further, we attracted Australian investors and became Australian company and listed this year. So the importance of that one is that we have the extensive knowledge of the geology and the mining industry in Mongolia and the experience of operating in that jurisdiction. Myself, I'm Mongolian, worked in many different sides of the business in Mongolia for more than 22 years. And we have also very experienced board in the resource sector and also in Mongolia. All our board members has worked in Mongolia multiple years in different aspects in business and in government relations, etc. So as a team, we are very comfortable to promote Mongolia as an investment destination. So the key is Mongolia, the advantage of the Mongolia is really, it locates right next to China, which is the largest producer of the EV and of course the largest producer of the EV related materials and components, and the user of the materials for the battery, right? So it makes a sense to look for these materials in Mongolia, and Mongolia is very underexplored for these commodities. That gives us a great opportunity to seize this and build up the company. In my experience, Mongolia is quite mature in mining sense. So we have, very established production in Mongolia coming from different commodities. But the key thing I would like to point out is Mongolian coal and Mongolian copper is really used mostly in northern part of China. So in a sense, Mongolia is serving fragmented market of the China. That's actually expressed in very different commodities. So the project to be successful in Mongolia, to become a mine, it doesn't have to be tier 1 deposit, or it doesn't have to be a premium quality. It just needs to be a commercially competitive with the Chinese producers. So that's the being advantage in Mongolia. So Mongolia has improved vastly in infrastructure over the past 15 years. Port capacity is increased. The infrastructure, including road and railways, also improved a lot. So with this context, with China being the largest user in the player in the energy transition, we started the company, and this is our flagship project. So OVO Copper and Nickel project. For this project, we have received BHP Explore funding, which is an accelerator program from BHP in 2023. So using a $500,000 grant from BHP Explore, we actually made a discovery on this project this year, in 2023. In 2023, we proved the concept. We had the great intersection in disseminated mineralization and dense disseminated mineralization. Based on that, we have, after we have raised the capital from Australian Stock Exchange, we started our phase 1 drilling program this year, and we actually updated the market on this drill hole that we drilled in September, and the result was pretty good, I would say. Personally, I'm very happy with the result, and that's a drill hole 21 on your left-hand side there. And in that hole, we intercepted 8.8 meter massive sulfide from 107 meters. And the grade return from the assay is more than 6% of copper and more than 3% of nickel, and potentially close to 1.6 gram per ton PG plus gold. So it's a outstanding intercept, I would say. But more importantly, we have mineralization on top of this one, which is roughly 8 meters of disseminated mineralization of good grade, more than 0.7% copper and more than 0.7% nickel. And then we also net textured mineralization on the bottom of it, roughly 15 meters. So that's overall altogether, it's more than 30 meters of quite high average grade intercept there. So we also had good grades in 2023, but I think the key result of this drill hole shows that in the oval system, we have a high-grade section, and it has a fertility to contain very high-grade zones in mineral system. This is the geophysics shows there. This is the area we usually detailed for study of the mineralization. We have done downhole EM. We have completed our downhole EM program last month, and we have also finished the high-resolution ground magnetic survey also same time. And the results are pending, so we are in a process of interpretation of the data there. So if you look at the on the right-hand side, there's a black blob there. That's the area we actually currently drilled. So this is a chargeability map on our tenement. We have number of different targets along our what we call it potentially a magmatic sulfide corridor. So next stage of expression, besides confirming the geometry and dip and extension of the high grade that we intercepted, we're going to be also focusing into next year to trying to find the continuation of this, or continuation of our oval project, and then also finding similar structures, similar targets within our corridor. So we will recommence on the drilling of this project within the next 10 days. So within the next 10 days, we will try to find and try to understand the mineralization, high-grade mineralization better. Besides oval, we have a number of projects, but one interesting project I would like to briefly touch is Copper Ridge project. So we achieved, this was just a prospect 3 months ago. So within 3 months, we actually achieved from prospect to actual valid prospect. This is very interesting from the surface geology, quite extensive mineralization, visible, quite extensive alteration, visible, large footprint there, 60 meter wide, more than 500 meters in length. We have done detailed, small area, focused, detailed geophysics, ground magnetics plus dipole IP survey, which gave us a prominent geophysical signatures parallel to each other, 3 prominent signatures. Because of the surface mineralization, we have drilled one drill hole there just to check the mineralization, and the results are quite promising at this stage. So we have anomalous copper starts from the surface and still continued until we actually halted the drilling program, drill hole at 200 meters depth. And within that, we have encountered more than 100 meters of from 0.3 to 0.5% copper equivalent. So it's a combination of the copper and plus gold. Still, mineralization hosted in the meta sediments. So that means potentially we are not even, we still need to look for the source of the mineralization. So that's something we're going to be going back into the next year. So it's a very promising project. We have 2 different projects, Graphite and Lithium, which I wouldn't really touch too much at this stage, but back again, why company is worthy of investment. So the strategic location to the largest mineral user, of course, and we have significant upside from the ongoing expression and success that we actually achieved at this stage. And then, of course, proven jurisdiction for mining development. And we, most importantly, very experienced people in the resource business, very experienced people operating operating in Mongolia in mines and exploration. So that's what I think is the key part of our company is. And then again, the exciting project, we're going to be starting with the drilling program again within 10 days. Great. Thank you, guys.